Topping the news today at 4:30. They're everywhere. We're talking about forever chemicals, toxic compounds used to make consumer products that make life more convenient.
But long-term exposure to these substances has been linked to a host of health concerns. As the News 4 Investigates team discovered, forever chemicals are routinely found in soil, drinking water, and our bodies. Luke Moretti reports on the push to mitigate exposure.
The problem is we don't know what we don't know, but what we do know is not good.
And that about sums up the emerging threat of forever chemicals, known as per- and polyfluoroalkyl substances, or PFAS.
It sort of hit us like a tidal wave.
Forever chemicals are man-made. They've been used in industry and consumer products all around the globe since the 1950s.
We know that PFAS and other forever chemicals cause cancer and other terrible illnesses.
There are thousands of these toxic compounds, and they can stick around for a very long time. Hence the term forever chemicals.
Sadly, there are very few regulations on these forever chemicals, both on the state level and literally zero on the federal level.
These chemicals are used to manufacture everyday products like nonstick cookware, food packaging, cosmetics, just to name a few.
It's ubiquitous all around us.
And they don't break down or degrade in the environment. So why should anyone care? Jill Jedlicka is the executive director of Buffalo Niagara Waterkeeper.
Nobody's saying that these products were intentionally developed to poison people and poison the environment. But we know better now. We know what is happening. We know the health effects, and we can see it.
Studies have shown that even tiny amounts are potentially harmful to humans.
Tiny numbers.
Jim Malley is a professor of civil and environmental engineering at the University of New Hampshire. His area of focus includes the treatment of wastewater and stormwater.
Every state and every federal grant agency is scrambling now to figure out what can we do here, what's going to be logical, what's going to be affordable. So we're definitely scrambling as a country, as a citizenry, really.
Forever chemicals get into drinking water when they are released into the environment. For example, landfills and wastewater treatment plant discharges have been identified in various studies as key indicators of forever chemical contamination. Yet, little is known about how much of these chemicals are released into local waterways.
We find ourselves better than most to deal with many of the chemicals.
The Buffalo Sewer Authority accepts landfill leachate for treatment. Leachate is formed when rainwater filters through wastes placed in a landfill. News 4 Investigates has learned after reviewing hundreds of documents obtained through a state Freedom of Information law request, the process is a moneymaker for the Buffalo Sewer Authority.
We don't produce any of these chemicals, but they are ubiquitous throughout our community, right, in everything that we do.
In fact, the Buffalo Sewer Authority received nearly $6 million for 2019, 20, and 21 combined from companies that suck up the leachate at landfills. O.J. McFoy is the authority's general manager.
We're doing our public health duty. If we're not taking it, where is it going? Is it going into our rivers, lakes, streams without any treatment? Where is it going to go?
The landfill and the treatment plant aren't really the bad guys. They just happen to be the concentrators.
One landfill that has a lot of this waste is Seneca Meadows in Seneca Falls, located about 100 miles east of Buffalo.
It has turned into what we unaffectionately call Mount Trashmore.
Located on the northern gateway of the Finger Lakes, the Seneca Meadows landfill is the state's largest. Most of the landfill's leachate is delivered to Buffalo by truck. In 2021, more than half of the leachate from Seneca Meadows, about 44 million gallons, was trucked to the Buffalo Sewer Authority.
Seneca Meadows landfill produces 200,000 gallons of this PFAS-laden leachate a day.
Yvonne Taylor is vice president of Seneca Lake Guardian, a not-for-profit corporation that's focused on preserving and protecting the Finger Lakes. Her group, which has pushed for the landfill to be closed, claims less than 1/5 of the leachate is treated on site.
The rest is getting sent all across New York State, to Buffalo, to Watertown, to Chittenango, Steuben County, and even New Jersey. And it's often times that it goes to a wastewater treatment facility that does not have the mechanism to remove these chemicals before discharging it into our waterways.
Seneca Meadows is not the only landfill with high concentrations of forever chemicals in its leachate. News 4 Investigates reviewed leachate testing from 14 landfills across the state and found that they all had elevated levels of forever chemicals. To be clear, none of the drinking water used downstream from Buffalo has exceeded the state's drinking water limit.
We want to raise this as a concern, but not cause panic.
Jill Jedlicka of Buffalo Niagara Waterkeeper says waterkeeper groups from across North America tested waterways last summer and found staggering results.
It was 83% of waterways had some form of PFAS contamination in them. Here in Western New York, we discovered a 100% hit rate. Every waterway that we tested had some form of a PFAS chemical in it.
So, what's being done to mitigate this emerging problem?
We're on the forefront of leading the nation in response to these forever chemicals.
Sean Mahar is an executive deputy commissioner with the State Department of Environmental Conservation. He tells News 4 Investigates that the agency's first priority is the protection of drinking water. Beyond that, the agency wants to examine the sources of these toxic compounds in the environment. For example, pre-treating landfill leachate before haulers send it elsewhere.
Really what we want to do is put the emphasis on the landfill operators, the industrial dischargers, and others through our permitting authority to get them to drive that technology as well.
At the federal level, U.S. Senator Kirsten Gillibrand has been among the voices in Congress pushing for meaningful action.
It's really important that we clean up sites that we know contain PFAS so it doesn't get into our drinking water, and we should be testing all of our drinking water regularly to make sure they aren't in there.
New York State has now banned intentionally added PFAS in food packaging, and this year banned intentionally added PFAS to apparel. In March, the Biden-Harris administration proposed the first ever national drinking water standard for certain forever chemicals. If you're concerned about forever chemicals in your drinking water, there are specific types of filters that can reduce exposure. Both granular activated carbon and reverse osmosis filters have both been effective options. Luke Moretti, News 4.
And you know, it really is interesting to, as we're taking a live look over the Queen City, as Luke and others have been reporting the PFAS in our water system. I mean, with Jill Jedlicka saying that it was between 82 and 100% of the waterways that were tested that stuff was seen, those are scary numbers, or at least numbers that now that we are establishing a national level by the EPA, people should be aware of.
That's the hope. And whenever I hear these stories about them looking into the lakes and river systems and all this, all I think of is 21% of the entire Earth's fresh water is in the Great Lakes system. So we have to take care of it.
Yeah.
It's not something that can replenish itself or fix itself. We have to take care of it. So I appreciate the work they're doing, and that's an interesting story.